Hello and welcome to the Leaky Bucket Podcast. I'm your host, Ian Morgan, and I'm here to make accounting fun and practical. With over 15 years of experience as an accountant and a business owner, I'm excited to share tips and tricks that will help you improve your financial controls and gain the clarity that you need to succeed. So let's plug those financial leaks and take your business to the next level. Stay tuned for some great insights. Hey, welcome to the Leaky Bucket Podcast. I'm Ian Morgan, your host, here to guide you through the financial news that matters most to your business. And today we are focusing on the recent Labour Party budget announcement and its significant impact on business owners. You see, this budget has set off alarms in many boardrooms, and I'm here to break down why that is and what you should be doing next. So let's get into it. So firstly, let's start with the major announcements that affect business owners. And the first one of this is employers' national insurance, NI, is increasing. The budget has proposed that an increase in the employer's rate up to 15%. And this means higher costs for businesses employing staff. The second is linked right into this, and that is that they've lowered the NI threshold. That means the starting point of where you start to pay employers' national contributions is coming down significantly. This means that more of your payroll will be subject to NI. And then the third major change that's affecting business owners is an increase to the national minimum wage. And this is across all areas, whether it's apprenticeships, younger workers, or higher workers. The range is around about 6% through to 17-18%. And while that this whole change is aimed at helping workers, it obviously adds another layer of costs for businesses already facing really tight margins. Now, these changes are going to put pressure on operating budgets, and they could lead to really tough decisions. So here's my take, right? Now, this budget is likely to drive up prices, okay? Because businesses aren't going to have the means necessarily to absorb all of these. And the big thing, I think there could be job losses. See, businesses facing higher costs, they really need to find ways to protect their margins. For many, this means like raising prices, potentially impacting customer demand, or making cuts, which could lead to reduced staff or reduced hours available. So it looks like a really challenging landscape, especially for those in sectors that are already struggling with thin profit margins. I'm thinking hospitality, retail. Okay. So now, more than ever, strategic planning and robust budgeting are crucial. If you have not already revised your future budget projections, then it's really time to do so. Okay. Now, a virtual CFO can be an invaluable partner in navigating this. They will help you analyze the budget's impact on your business, model potential scenarios, and adjust your financial strategies accordingly. But if you don't have the financial CFO or anything in place, then here's what you can do in practical terms. So I would start by, first of all, reassess your cash flow forecasts. How will the increase in payroll expenses affect your cash reserves? And when I say payroll expenses, I mean all of it, yeah? The national insurance costs as well as the actual increase in minimum wage. And don't forget, right, if minimum wage is coming up, if you've got staff who are also paid slightly above minimum wage, they're probably also expecting some degree of pay rises. Otherwise, they're falling back towards minimum wage. And then number two would be evaluating your price strategies. Will you need to increase your prices? If so, how will this impact on your customer retention? And then planning for staff costs. Can you adjust roles or can you restructure to maintain efficiency without having any layoffs? So here's what I recommend. Review your budgets now. Update your financial models to account for the employer NI change and the national minimum wage increase. Then do some scenario planning. Prepare best and worst case scenarios so that you're ready to act, not react. And this is so key, right? COVID taught us really how we probably weren't prepared for major situations. Now, I don't think this is anywhere on the scale of COVID, but there is the case that it's really going to cause some big shocks within a lot of businesses. And then the third one is communication. You need to start conversations now with your finance team and your employees so that they're transparent and they're prepared. Remember, clarity and preparation are key in times of change. Now, my final thoughts are that this budget is a wake-up call for business owners. It's a reminder that external, economic, and political factors can dramatically affect your bottom line, and you need to stay ahead with proactive strategic planning. The employer's NI increase, lowered threshold, and the higher national minimum wage mean that you need to adapt your strategies to maintain stability and growth. So if you want to understand how prepared your business is for these changes, head to the website in the show notes and take the financial scorecard. It'll help you see where you stand and what adjustments you might need. That's it for this episode of the Leaky Bucket Podcast. I'm Ian Morgan, urging you to keep those buckets patched and those budgets sharp. Stay informed, stay prepared, and until next time, keep moving forward. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and share this episode with fellow business owners who need this insight. Thanks so much for taking the time to join us for this episode today. We will continue to bring you great tips and tricks in future episodes. But if you can't wait until then you can always head over to our Facebook group and join the conversation with fellow business owners and entrepreneurs. Just search Accounting Tips and Tricks on Facebook or check out the show notes. Until next time.